Blessed evening to you all, and it's my honor to come in front of you today to launch this inaugural episode of the Immigration Moses. So let me walk you through a little bit of my background. Right, after the Army, I worked for the Department of Homeland Security. So I started off as an adjudicator, working on cases, interviewing people, and giving green cards and citizenships and so forth. So moved up the ranks from an adjudicator all the way up to unit chief here in Washington, D.C. And after long thought and consideration, I finally decided to venture out because I thought the need, especially now, is tremendous for what people need to know, how to be able to navigate this immigration process and to do it legally without fear. And having knowledge of how the immigration system works, both from a USCIS perspective and from an ICE perspective, I can tell you exactly what pitfalls to avoid, guide you through avoiding those pitfalls, and be able to help you navigate this system towards your legal immigration status in the US. But the key that differentiates me from a lot of attorneys out there is a lot of attorneys might know immigration law, but they don't understand how the system truly works when it comes to immigration matters, how cases are adjudicated, the timeline when officers actually work on cases and how they move those cases. So that inside knowledge helps me now to be able to solve a lot of your problems, take out all the anxiety you may have, take out all the fears or uncertainties that might be in your journey. And that helps me to be able to not just walk you through the legal process of getting legal status in the US, but also solve some of the problems that come with the uncertainty of knowing what is happening to your case, how long it might take, and all those other nuances that go into the immigration system. The first item would be helping you demystify the immigration system. And that stems from what I was discussing earlier, the uncertainty. It lets people start, thinking and fabricating stuff and telling you all kinds of different crazy things that happen in the immigration system. And one thing that is for certain is your case is not the same as another person's case. So you guys might follow the same path. Let's say you're doing a family petition, right? Let's say your sibling or your spouse petitions for you. How your case is adjudicated is completely different than what another person's case would be adjudicated. That might be going through that same journey because officers are granted discretion in how they adjudicate cases. That is key. And that's one thing a lot of people where somebody might come and tell you that, oh, my case took 2 months to get adjudicated. And then your case has been sitting there for almost a year or a year plus, and you're getting frustrated, failing to understand that each case is completely different and the facts that go into each case are completely different. But what makes you least stressed when you go through this process is when you work with me, the first thing and the only thing I'll ask you is the truth. You have to tell me the truth. And what that does is it gives me a guideline on what steps I need to take now to be able to mitigate some of the things that might have been caused by your immigration history or some of the things that I anticipate coming up as a result of the facts that you've presented to me. And another thing that I want you to understand is the immigration system is a comprehensive system. A lot of people think you go to the embassy in a foreign country, the information you tell them at the embassy doesn't follow you all along. It follows you wherever you go. So whatever you tell the people at the embassy follows you to when you come and you're getting adjudicated through USCIS and all those other agencies here in the US. Given my extensive background, not just in adjudicating cases, but also working on the civilian side through my business, Diaspora Asset Management, which I'll ask you guys to make sure you connect with us, subscribe, link up with us for all your immigration needs. My extensive background has put me in a position or provided me with an authoritative and insightful position to be able to provide you with all the necessary content you need for immigration. So I can walk you through different visa classifications. I can walk you through different types of petitions and applications that you go through. I can walk you through the steps and the requirements. And if you need services, additional one-on-one services, I'll be more than happy to provide you those at a discounted price, of course. In the same light, I would also work with, being able to facilitate your journey throughout all your immigration interactions and help you stay off of that ICE chopping block. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. And I really, really am excited and I look forward to us going through this journey together. Right? I'm not just thrilled to be here sharing this space with you, but I want to dive into certain aspects that might help you better understand the immigration system and how you'll be able to navigate it seamlessly, of course, with my guidance. So, as your immigration Moses, my goal is to be able to help you walk through this immigration, chasm, the challenges that you face, the valley, the pitfalls, all those difficulties, and actually take you to the promised land for you now to be able to secure your legal status in the U.S. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, I started my career with USCIS over a decade ago, beginning in roles that gave me a unique window into the very human side of immigration. So people arriving with dreams, seeking new opportunities, trying to unite with families, looking for career opportunities and growth, and rising through the ranks in the immigration system. I took on different responsibilities that include not just processing applications, but also shaping policies and leading teams who worked every day to make the system more accessible and fair. And that is something that we really desperately need at a time right now where it seems as if immigrants are under attack. So I take this opportunity to be able to provide you with a lot more clarity. And that's why I decided to venture into this social media platform at this specific time, because I think it's the right moment for me to be able to do some good in the world, help you, and take out as much stress and undue hardship as I can, just to provide you with clarity in the process and be able to help you to navigate the journey more seamlessly. What I would like to do is not just provide you with an overview of the entire system, because I know how easy it is for someone to feel overwhelmed because of the uncertainty dealing with all these different forms and agencies and rules. But I also want to be able to provide you with a lot of clarity, so you better understand the system so that the stress from uncertainty is, mitigated. All right. So the immigration system is composed of multiple agencies, each playing a unique role, where we have USCIS, where most people start when applying for a visa, a green card, or citizenship, is the agency responsible for processing applications and ensuring that each case meets the criteria set out. So like I mentioned at the beginning, I started my career with USCIS over a decade ago, beginning in roles that gave me a unique window into the very human side of immigration. So people arriving with dreams, seeking new opportunities, trying to unite with families, looking for career opportunities and growth, and rising through the ranks in the immigration system. I took on different responsibilities that include not just processing applications, but also shaping policies and leading teams who worked every day to make the system more accessible and fair. And that is something that we really desperately need at a time right now where it seems as if immigrants are under attack. So I take this opportunity to be able to provide you with a lot more clarity. And that's why I decided to venture into this social media platform at this specific time, because I think it's the right moment for me to be able to do some good in the world, help you, and take out as much stress and undue hardship as I can, just to provide you with clarity in the process and be able to help you to navigate the journey more seamlessly.